This is all for show. It's a Hollywood script. Britney Spears' ex-husband Jason Alexander has revealed that he crashed the pop star's wedding in order to stop her marrying Sam Asghari against her will, despite the fact that he faces up to 5 years in prison for the invasion. Jason Alexander, Britney Spears' ex-husband, has spoken out about his reasons for attending his ex-wedding wife's in June. Jason, 40, claims he couldn't believe Britney, 40, was marrying Sam Asghari, 28, and needed to see it for himself. With the conversations we've had over the last 2 years, I couldn't let her marry, he explained. I wasn't there to cause trouble. I was only there to check in with Britney and make sure she was okay and that she got what she wanted. He claimed that when they spoke just a few days before the wedding, she made no mention of getting married to Asghari, and he suspected she was coerced into it, especially after spending the previous 13 years in conservatorship. This is all for show. The marriage was a Hollywood script, Jason said. She doesn't appear to be happy. That whole thing is made up. While on a hike less than 2 miles from Britney's California home, he flaunted his buff physique and scrolled through his ex's Instagram. Police are looking for him after he failed to appear in court for allegedly stealing his landlady's $2,000 diamond tennis bracelet in 2015. Britney and Jason married in Las Vegas in 2004, but the marriage only lasted 55 hours before being annulled. Jason scaled a fence to gain entry to Britney's home on her wedding day and was tackled by the singer's security guards in a scene straight out of a Hollywood film. Last month, he was convicted of trespassing and battery and faces up to 5 years in prison. I talked to her on the Monday before the wedding, and she didn't say anything about getting married, he says. We talked about her friends and the people she hangs out with. Business partners who profit from her. Most people aren't aware of what's going on in the background, he claims. The conversation lasted approximately 30 minutes, and Jason stated that he and Britney agreed that she would contact him via WhatsApp, but he became concerned when he did not hear from her. When he heard about the wedding in the news, he felt compelled to go to her house and find out for himself. I just wanted to see it for myself, he explained. Jason insists that he had no intention of hurting Britney and was only acting in her best interests. He maintains that if he had seen Britney that day, he would not have been arrested and the outcome would have been different. I don't know what would have happened, but that would have been interesting, Jason says if he had run into Britney's now husband Sam Asghari. No, she doesn't appear to be happy. The whole thing is a hoax, he says. This is all for show. It's a Hollywood script. Jason acknowledges that his presence at the wedding was startling, saying, "It could look a little scary if you don't know the history." When asked if he wants to see her perform again, he responds, "I want to see her happy. I want her to make her own decisions about who she can be friends with and see," he says. "I was her making her own decisions, feeling free to choose what she does with her time." Surprisingly, Jason appears to defend Britney's family, despite the pop star's criticism of them. Everyone makes mistakes, and family is family. We have to learn to forgive ourselves in our hearts, he says. Spears' first husband filmed himself armed with a knife and dressed in a white prison jumpsuit crashing the pop star's fairy tale wedding. He was charged with felony stalking, refusing to leave private property, vandalism, and battery at first. Cops said he got into the private ceremony, which was attended by Paris Hilton, Selena Gomez, Madonna, and Drew Barrymore, by scaling a fence into the exclusive gated community where Spears' home is located. He then descended a rocky slope to gain access to the singer's 20-acre estate. He yelled, "I'm Jason Alexander," as he ran towards Spears' 12,464 square foot Italian-style villa with his cell phone camera. The very first husband. "I've come to ruin the wedding." He then entered the wedding tent where the ceremony was about to take place, shouting, "She's my first wife, she's my only wife." After a fight with Britney's security guards, he was wrestled to the ground and later arrested, an altercation captured on a guest's cell phone camera. Britney was granted a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend after she and Asghari informed cops that Jason was carrying a knife when he was arrested. According to one of Britney's security team members, Alexander tried multiple times to open the singer's locked bedroom door on the second floor of the mansion, with the Ventura County Sheriff's Department later seizing a box cutter and other items from Jason. A restraining order was also issued against Alexander by one of the security guards involved in the incident. Following his arrest, a judge ordered that he not contact, annoy, or harass Spears or her new husband, an Iranian personal trainer, and not come within 100 yards of them for the next 3 years. He was released on $100,000 bail.